I'm going to leave this article below. It's from NPR, and it is entitled How the U.S. Got into This Baby Formula Mess. So this is where we're branching off into regulatory science / regulatory affairs / public policy and government dealings and the private sector and those kinds of things. I'm going to leave my blog post regarding the regulatory sciences in the description box in case you want to read some more about what that is about. But essentially, it's about making sure that the products sold to the general public are safe. So, and I have to credit another content creator for kind of tying this together for me. I'm sure most of you have heard of the WIC program, or you know someone who has used the WIC program. That's an acronym for Women, Infants, and Children. And I will just say that the way that law or the way that program was created, I think it's on the state level. It's either the state or the federal level or some mix of the two. But what's important here is to note that the majority, for that WIC program, the majority of the infant formula was mandated to come from Abbott Nutrition. Abbott is a huge company. They do pharmaceuticals. As we can see in this story, they do infant formula. And as I discussed on my live stream on Saturday, they also do medical devices. So Abbott has its hands in numerous things. So there are also, it seems, tariffs set up so that infant formula cannot be imported from other countries. So what this all means is that Abbott was and is the primary source for infant formula in the United States. And to make a long story short, as with many private sector companies, it seems that there was some sort of negligence there in terms of the production of this infant formula, and there was a bacterial contamination, which is what we've been seeing in the news. So there have been infants who have been consuming this formula from Abbott, and they've been getting infected. Is infected the right word? They've experienced bacterial infections, and that's due to the negligence of, allegedly, the negligence of the production of this formula on the part of Abbott. But the problem is that because it's only coming from one source, that's in large part what's causing this shortage in arguably one of the more inopportune times in our country's history. So this is something that our federal government, our state governments, and the private sector may need to look at going forward. If all of this important product are coming from one source and that source gets compromised, then that's quite the pickle for everyone involved. So I might do some more research into what exactly they neglected and what exactly caused this contamination of the formula in future content. But for now, I'm going to go over to the FDA site to talk about the bacteria and talk about what it seems has contaminated the infant formula. I'm going to read two sections here, and then I am going to wrap this up. And again, all of these links will be below in the description box. This is part way down the page, and it says, what powdered infant formula products have been recalled? Abbott Nutrition has recalled certain powdered infant formula products, produced at its Sturgis, Michigan facility. Products from that facility can be found across the United States, and some were exported, to other countries. Here's how you can tell if you have any of those products. The FDA recommends consumers look at the lot code, a multi-digit number on the bottom of the container of Similac, Alimentum, and Elecare powdered infant formula, and do not use if the first two digits of the code are 22 through 37 and the code on the container contains K8, SH, or Z2, and the expiration date is April 1st, 2022 or later. So for those of you who don't know, in the science world, for any preparation, whether it's you're in a lab and it's an amino acid, or it's a buffer, or a radioisotope, any product that's generated has a batch and lot number. And what that allows the manufacturer and the end user to do is to track the quality of that product, and in this instance, identify what was made and when it was made and how it was made, and then if necessary, that can be tracked and it can be recalled if, as is the case in here, if something is wrong. So that's the significance of a batch and lot number. In addition to products described above, Abbott Nutrition has recalled Similac PM 6040 with a lot code of 27,032 K80 for Canada. No, that's can. I'm not sure what that is. And 27032 K800 case. I think that case means casein, but the can means maybe it's whey protein. I don't know. You can also enter the product lot code on the company's website to check if it is part of the recall. Please see the images below for a closer look at the identifying information. Let's see. Powdered Abbott products that don't have the code and expiration noted above are not included in the recall. Liquid formula products are not subject to the recall. At this time, Similac PM 6040 with lot code 27032 K80 can/27032 K800 case are the only type and lots of this specialty formula being recalled. So finally, I'm going to end this here because this is getting kind of long. What infections have been reported, and what symptoms should I look for? All 4 cases involve Chronobacter Sakazaki infection. So this, now we're going into microbiology because we're looking at bacteria and bacteria species. I don't know if these are gram-negative or gram-positive. That's a specific stain for bacteria. Bacteria can cause severe life-threatening infections or sepsis or meningitis, which is an inflammation of the membranes that protect the brain and spine. Chronobacter infections are rare, but are especially high risk for newborns. Symptoms related to Chronobacter infection include poor feeding, irritability, temperature changes, jaundice, grunting, breaths, or abnormal body movements. If your infant is experiencing symptoms related to Chronobacter infection, contact your child's healthcare provider to report his or her symptoms and receive immediate care. When and where were the illnesses? Illnesses occurred in Minnesota, Ohio, Texas between September 6th, 2021 and January 4th, 2022. I'm going to stop this here. I think that's a nice comprehensive look at what this is and why this is important. And as with most products generated by the private sector, we are relying on them to generate these products in the safest way for us, the consumer. And we are also relying on our government officials to properly regulate the production of these products and to make sure that they are safe for us. So there's a balance there. And unfortunately, sometimes when it comes to the private sector, there appears to be negligence and corners cut and shortcuts taken. In any case, let me know what you think, or if you have comments in the comment section below. This is all new learning for me. I've heard the term formula and infant formula, or should I say, I'm talking in plural there. I've heard the terms formula and infant formula my entire life, but I never knew what exactly that was and what was in it. So, again, let me know if you have questions or comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to donate something to the channel, that information is below in the description box. Everyone enjoy the rest of your day and your night, or whenever you watch this. And as always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Take care, and I will talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.